Chair.
I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I will call this reorganization meeting to order. We will start off with the election of officers. Election of Chair of the Board of Supervisors. I nominate Stephen P. Elliott as Chair of the Lancaster Township Board of Supervisors for the year 2026.
I'll second that.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. It's your turn, brother.
I'll make a motion that we elect Ben Bamford as the Vice Chair of the Board of Supervisors.
I'll second that.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Aye. So moved.
And I make a motion that we elect Eber Guerrero Lopez as Treasurer of the Board of Supervisors.
Second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Appointment of Secretary to the Board of Supervisors. I motion that we nominate William M. Wadeen for Secretary of the Board of Supervisors.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Who should we appoint as the Assistant Secretary?
I don't think it's necessary. I don't think
Because
we
you-
have one.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Moving on, Convention Delegate Certification.
I will make a motion that we appoint Ben Bamford as the voting delegate at the State Supervisors Convention in April 2026.
Mhm.
Second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Treasurer's Bond Recommendation.
I make a motion that we set the amount of the Treasurer's bond at $1 million and that all other necessary personnel be bonded.
I'll second that.
It's been moved and seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Appointments and reappointments.
The Board of Supervisors act on the following appointments and reappointments. All right. Of the following persons, the reappointment of Matthew J. Cream as of Nicholas and Hohendale as Township Supervisor, the appointment of Susan Piper of Apple Yost LLP as Township Solicitor, the reappointment of Fulton Bank as the Township Depository, the reappointment of Lancaster County Treasurer's Office as Tax Collector to collect Lancaster Township municipal and county real estate taxes effective with the 2026 real estate taxes, the reappointment of SEK CPAs and advisors to perform the 2025 audit, The reappointment of Code Administrators, Inc. as the Lancaster Township Building Code Inspector, annual term expiring 12/31/2026. The reappointment of Terry Finger as the Lancaster Township Vacancy Board Chair, annual term expiring 12/31/2026. The reappointment of Glenn Eversole and Deborah Martinez to the Lancaster Township Planning Commission, 4-year term expiring 12/31/2029. The appointment of David Ramos to the Lancaster Township Planning Commission, term expiring 12/31/2027. The reappointment of Renee Gallagher to the Lancaster Township Zoning Hearing Board, 3-year term expiring 12/31/2028. The reappointment of Kathy Wasong and Eva Guerrero Lopez as Lancaster Township representatives on the Lancaster County Community Development Block Grants Fund Steering Committee, annual term expiring 12/31/2026. The reappointment of Mark Domler of Solanco Engineer and Associates as Sewage Enforcement Officer for Lancaster Township, annual term expiring 12/31/2026. The reappointment of Doug Kopp of Arrow Consulting, Inc. as alternate sewage enforcement for Lancaster Township, annual term expiring 12/31/2026. The appointment of C.S. Davidson as Lancaster Township Engineer on an as-needed basis only by agreement for the year 2026, annual term expiring 12/31/2026. The reappointment of William M. Laudine as voting representative for the LIMC. The reappointment of Devin Groff as the Lancaster Township representative on the Suburban Lancaster Sewer Authority Board, new term expiring 12/31/2030. The appointment of Devin Groff as Township Representative to the Lancaster Recreation Commission, 3-year term expiring 12/31/2028. The appointment of Gene Duncan as Emergency Management Coordinator for 2026.
Second?
It's been moved and seconded to appoint and reappoint all those just named. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Certifications.
I'd make a motion that we certify that streets, highways in the township are considered one road district, and certification that the 2026 municipal meeting calendar be advertised as required and will be followed for meetings in 2026.
I'll second that.
It's been moved and seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Approvals.
Resolution 2026-01, dispensing of payroll and payment of bills. I make a motion that we adopt Resolution 2026-01 for the dispensing of payroll and the payment of bills, incurring penalties between supervisors meetings.
Second.
Moved and seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 The 2026 employee schedule of benefits. I'd make a motion that we approve a request to implement the 2026 employee schedule of benefits.
I will second that.
Moved and seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All right, I will adjourn the reorg meeting and we will now open the regular monthly meeting. Do we have any public comment on agenda items and agenda items only? No, we do not. Secretary's report. Any issues, gentlemen?
None for me.
No?
Treasurer's report.
That's me.
I think due to the timing of this meeting, it's not necessarily available.
Not available. Very good. Payment of bills as well,
Mhm.
I assume. Moving on, reports. Lafayette Fire Company that covers the east side of the township with a total of 7 calls for service. Lancaster Township Fire Department, west side.
At the current moment in time, I have not seen the report, just because it's
3 weeks.
early in the month.
Mhm.
So I'm pretty sure we had plenty of calls for the month. Our fund drive ended at the end of December. We are about 17% down from last year, which is about what we expected, just because of how the economy's going right now. So we'll have to figure out how we're going to handle that moving forward then and see what we can do to improve those numbers for next year. So thank you.
Thank you. Recycling report for November 2025 is 14.81%. Sewer reports and other reports are available at the township office for a nominal fee and can be viewed or printed from the website. Workshop reports, planning and zoning, Mr. Donnelly.
Good evening. In your packet, you received, I put together kind of a year-end report for you, so you just give you an idea of what's been going on in zoning for the last year. I just wanted to go over some of the basic numbers, violations, which would be any zoning violations, a lot of grass, trash, abandoned vehicles, private property, those sorts of things. There's 229 of those that we looked at over the course of the year. We had 6 fires that were property damage. And most of those were damaged at least to the point that we had to condemn them for a period of time. Total permits, we issued a grand total of 782 permits. That's zoning, building, right-of-way, all those permits, 782. So I think that's a little higher up than it was last year, but nothing significant. And then the zoning hearing board heard 4 cases throughout the year, and the planning commission heard 9. So that seems to be pretty much on par. As far as the month of December, the fire department responded to Kensington Club Apartments for a building fire on the 28th. It was pretty much contained to the exterior of like the front porch, a pillar there, and some of the exterior of that building was damaged. Nothing that required it to be condemned or take any kind of action as far as displacing residents. A project you probably haven't heard me talk about for a few months that I've been working on since I think March of last year, or this of 2025, was Creekside South. The apartment's having a problem with some balconies. Very pleased to finally be able to say last week we got the final report that they had passed all their inspections and were good. So they've all been repaired now. And then lastly, Burroughs Elementary just this morning did receive their temporary occupancy to allow staff and students into the building. So that's an ongoing process, but they are at least in the new building now.
It was their first day, I think.
Yeah, I believe they were going to be in today.
Yeah.
Or moving in today. But we got the temporary just first thing this morning and pretty much got it to them immediately.
Yeah.
So they were kind of waiting on it.
Any questions on that?
Not for me.
Nope.
Thank you, sir.
You bet.
Ben Weber is not here. Devin Groff is not here.
Devin did ask that I pass along that later in the agenda, we have a request for a handicap sign. He did go out, look at that site. It is on a state road, but PennDOT allows us to erect signs there, and he thinks it's a reasonable location. And if you're looking for his recommendation, he thinks it's an appropriate sign.
Police Department, Chief Getz.
For December of 2025, we had 355 calls for service. These numbers are up until December 29th, just so gentlemen are aware. 36 crashes, 88 traffic citations were issued, 10 written traffic warnings were issued, 8 misdemeanor felony arrests, 2 DUI arrests, 4 non-traffic citations, and no overdose incidents or fatalities. Below that is the year-to-date totals. And I included some charts. The charts and kind of like bar graphs are for the entire 2025. The last 2 pages that are titled SRS Summary Report, also termed UCR reports, that is only up until the end of October of 2025. So it does not include the last 2 months for that UCR report. It's a little delayed in the entry of that information. We made it through 1 year, albeit a superficial dog bite. No one got injured, which is super important to me. Everyone got to go home. The officers got to go home every night at the end of their shift, healthy. Just a little community outreach thing we did in December. The police union decided they wanted to start a yearly giving a bike to an elementary student at one of the elementary schools. We did that at Smith Waddell. The school helped us pick a student that they felt maybe financially needed a little bit of assistance and deserved a bike, so we presented a bike to them, which was kind of cool. So
Great.
that's all for the police department.
Any questions?
Not for me. Thank you.
Thank you,
Yep.
sir. Let's see, who do we want to move on to? Mr. Lodine.
Okay. John kind of glossed over the temporary occupancy of of Burroughs Elementary School. It's worth noting, that was no small feat, and those folks really wanted to be in the school and have the kids come back to a new school. I didn't see how we were going to get there. I give all the credit to John to working tirelessly to make sure that the kids got in their new school. And I think it's the amount of effort we make to cultivate that partnership with the school over the years is kind of overseen sometimes. So, I want to make sure that I point out that we really do try to make ourselves good partners with the school district. And this is just one example of anybody else would have just said, hey, you're going to have to wait. And John put in a lot of time and a lot of effort in between fires and shooting and grass and all the other things that he had to do over the last couple of months to get them across the finish line. So they're not completely done, but we were able to accommodate them moving in with some additional work to do. I also want to pass along some thanks to the Lancaster Township Police Union. You have on your agenda today a contract. I've been through this process over the last 25 years a handful of times, and every time except for this one, I found it to be challenging and difficult. I couldn't have asked for more from the union in terms of their practical approach and their reasonable approach, and we all know that what we have before us is a very good document. We'll learn a little bit over the next 4 years, and I hope the next time around goes half as well as it went this time. So thank you to those guys, and I think it reflects the success of the past 12 months and leaves me really hopeful for what the next 4 years looks like. As far as 2026 goes, this first quarter is going to be dominated by a handful of things, and I thought I'd just share with you what we're looking at is internally as goals for the first quarter. We will be receiving bids and hopefully awarding a bid for a new public works facility in February's meeting. We're going to begin the implementation of our rental program, which I think is a big step towards ensuring the safety and security of our residents who rent here in the township. We're going to have a transition for software in the beginning of 2026, which is going to be pretty huge. We're going to almost all our systems are falling under one system that's unified now and allows all the departments to communicate and share information with each other. And hopefully at some point here in the first quarter, we'll get heat in the building. That'll make things a little bit more comfortable for the manager. And that's kind of it. I think we're good. Yeah, thank you. Is there no questions? All right.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Announcements. Tuesday, January 6th, 2026. Board of Auditors meeting here at Maple Avenue at 4:30 p.m. Wednesday, January 7th, 2026 at 7 p.m. Zoning Hearing Board, 1240 Maple Avenue. There are 2 scheduled meetings of the Zoning Hearing Board for the month of January. Saturday, January 10th, 2026, free curbside collection of real Christmas trees takes place township-wide, 1 day only. All decorations must be removed and no bags. If you miss the day, collection of your tree will require a $5 service tag. Artificial trees require that same tag. Tuesday, January 27th, 2026, 7 p.m. Zoning Hearing Board here at 1240 Maple Ave. January 1st through January 24th, 2026, drop-off of real Christmas trees is available at the Woody Waste Facility, dawn to dusk, in the designated area only. Services for Lancaster Township residents only. All decorations must be removed and no tree bags, no artificial trees or yard waste. The area is under video surveillance. Violators will be cited. Monday, January 19th, 2026, the township office will be closed for Martin Luther King Jr. Day. There's no change to trash or recycle collection. Collection will run as normal for that week. Monday, February 2nd, 2026, Historical Commission meeting, 6:30 p.m. at 1240 Maple Ave. And Monday, February 9th, 2026, will be the next Board of Supervisors meeting here at 1240 Maple Avenue at 6 p.m. No old business, planning and zoning business.
Mr. Chair, LTPC 332, 80 Jackson Drive, Stormwater Management Site Plan, time extension. We're simply acknowledging the receipt of a time extension request from Dave Bittner Engineering on behalf of Dave Costello until April 14th, 2026 for the approval of the Stormwater Management Site Plan.
So acknowledged.
LTPC 337 Grofftown Interceptor Stormwater Management Waiver Request. I'll make a motion that we approve a Stormwater Management Site Plan Modification Request of Section 229-21 for the Grofftown Sewer Interceptor Conestoga River Crossing, allowing the project to be processed as a minor land disturbance permit. At their meeting on December 16, 2025, the Lancaster Township Planning Commission recommended approval of this request.
Second.
Been moved and seconded that we approve LTPC 337 Grofftown Interceptor waiver request. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. New business.
We have a request for a handicap parking sign from Beatrice Gonzalez Vivas at 1105 East Orange Street. I'd make a motion that we approve her application.
I'll second that.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the handicap parking sign. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Before I say aye, I always say during these that these spaces are for handicapped individuals, not for this individual.
Correct.
So
If anyone with a handicap permit is allowed to park.
could park there. That's right. Second.
Second, and aye. And aye. So moved.
Resolution 2026-02, Lancaster Township agrees to approve a contract with the Lancaster Police Officers Association for a period of 4 years from January 1, 2026 until December 31st, 2029.
I'll second that.
Been moved and seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Guest recognition and participation. This is time for public comment on non-agenda items. If anyone has any public comment, please come up to the podium, name and address. It seems as no one is here to do so.
This is actually a comment on an agenda item. It's a question for John. Are the zoning hearing board meetings canceled?
They're being canceled, both of them.
Okay,
Yeah, okay, I just wanted to bring that up so it is recorded in the minutes.
okay. Both are canceled?
Both are canceled.
Well done. The board and the manager are going to take a recess for an executive session. We will return to end the meeting, but we will literally just be adjourning at that point, so no one has to stay. We will just
We'll stop the recording.
Yes, and then
And then
we'll just adjourn. But we're leaving for an executive session for a personnel issue.